Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the Vault. Trust Christian, own nothing, control everything. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens, and in the replay. This is the Vault, episode 673, level 10 trustee, Rockefeller habits. In quotes, Rockefeller habits. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in the replay. This is the Vault, and you're listening to the voice of Trust Christian in the Vault. And we're in the vault today, and we're gonna have a conversation again about a level 10 trustee. You're sitting at the table with us now, full time. At full time, you heard that? You're sitting here with a 100% mindset, and so level 10 trustees. The previous episodes, the 1 through 7, is I have a trust. Level 8 is I will do my best, and level 9 is people entrusted with people in trust, and then level 10 is Rockefeller habits. So this is actually modeled after a book called The Rockefeller Habits by Vern Harnish. So shout out to Vern Harnish for putting together such a quality compilation and studying some of the greats in trusteeship. And one of the greats in trusteeship is the Rockefeller, JD Rockefeller, how he was able to come from certain type of means to uh, create monopolies. So when we talk about Rockefeller habits, you're talking about that type of mentality. Not a lot of people want to be the Rockefellers, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds good. Oh, trust Christian in the vault. I want a generational wealth. Nah, the Rockefellers are the poster child. The Rockefellers are the example. They're the quintessential best practices. That's why you read the Rockefeller habits, because people think generational wealth is passing along money. You're not passing along money. You're passing along values. We talk to trustees about this type of thought process all the time because that's what you're passing along. You're passing along habits. Are you passing along employee habits to your children, to the next generation, or are you passing along entrepreneur, capitalist, free market principles and thought process habits to the next generation? Or to your successors. A lot of people say, "Oh, I want to pass along something to my children. I want to make sure that I can pass something along." Well, okay, passing something along looks like Rockefeller habits. Who's your model for success? Rockefeller habits. Rockefeller habits, in turn, you having meetings consistently. Rockefeller habits uh, involve, what else do they involve? Excuse us. Working on your education, working on the Rockefeller habits, or being a master of the Rockefeller habits. That puts you in a position where, how do we say this? It puts you in a position where you're setting goals for yourself. So all the habits that you built up in level 8 and level 9, they come to a culmination to where you're definitely not working mentally, or at least physically. Working mentally, but not physically. Working mentally for sure. But no physical, meaning, hey, I'm going out looking to work for money because I understand that money is to work for our family estate. So you hear this type of mentality. We're doing our best to give you a quick Cliff Notes. Executive team is healthy and aligned. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. You get in trusteeship. Oh man, trust Christian involved. I want to be a great trustee. I want to be the best trustee I could be. But what are the habits that you have? Do you quit? Do you see things through? That's what we're talking about here. So many people say, "Oh, trust Christian involved. I need to get what I need to get done as far as protecting assets." Well, are you focused on actually being the best trustee you could be? Here we go. Rockefeller habit number 10. A company's plans and performance are visible to everybody. Come on now. How many times have you sat in a room and we're just gonna go over something we see on the net. It's a great visible for you all. You guys can listen in and hear. This is gonna be something valuable to you all. If your Rockefeller habit is for you to state the trust plans and performance, they're visible to people that come into trusteeship for the family estate. You're gonna have weekly meetings. You're gonna state your core values. You're gonna state The vision, purpose, priorities, they're going to be posted. You're going to have KPIs, you're going to have critical numbers. There's going to be a system for tracking and managing the priorities. Let's go into another Rockefeller habit. Uh, so that means that every day you can, or even every week, you can basically have small wins. Small wins are very, very important. The question is, did you do your best? See how that goes into quantitative? You want to be able to articulate the company's mission statement. Some people say, oh, trust Christian Vault, I'm in trust, I have a trust, but they don't got a mission statement. They don't have a mission statement. They don't have a mission statement. Do you have a mission statement? Are you on purpose? Do you got a purpose statement? And you know it. And you do it. Core values and purpose are alive in the organization. That's what we're talking about right now. Are you actually living the value, the core, the principle, whatever it is? Are you living that? Are you living the mission? Are you living your why? Oh, trust Christian, I was born into poverty. I was born into working a job. But you have a choice. Because many are called. You're called now to do something greater with your life. To do something for the next generation. You've been called. But how many answer that call? How many hang up? Or they feel like they got disconnected by accident. Once you are called, you make the choice every day. You have to make the choice to answer the call of trusteeship every day. Why? Because it's easy just to not pick up the call. Like what happens when you have successors and they don't want to answer the call? Now you can relate. So it's about setting the example. Reporting and analysis for customer feedback. Critical financial data. Once again, very important to know what are the uh, just knowing analyzing systems, how to analyze data. Uh, that's a very, very important. It's critical for senior leadership and middle managers to engage employees with the data, ongoing trusteeship, data collecting, identifying obstacles and opportunities. We talked to this about some trustees this past week. They come on, oh, trust Christian, I got expenses to take care of. Duh, you're the trustee. I got family expenses to take care of. You're the senior trustee of your family estate, of your life. You have to grow income. You have to grow the income source. See, this is the difference between employee mentality and trustee mentality. A trustee can't sit around and say, oh man, I'm just going to wait for the check to get cut in 2 weeks. No, a trustee says, I'm going to grow the assets. I'm going to grow the estate. There you go. Every facet of the organization has to be aligned with accountability and ensuring that the goals are met. You think about that. What are you doing that holds you accountable? You got to put a system in place. Oh, trust Christian in the vault. Don't say it to me like that. You know, I'm already working a job or whatever it is. I got a business. But is it organized? That's what trustees come to us for. We appreciate all the trustees throughout the years that have come to us. We appreciate them big time because they definitely come through and they pretty much are seeking accountability for the organization that they're forming, working together, or whatever it is. So we definitely want to, put them on notice about that. That there are many trustees that they get to that point where they have an advisory board. They're corresponding with an advisory board. They don't trustees say, "Oh, I'm gonna put that together." If more than one person is accountable, if more than one person is accountable, there is no one. Then no one is accountable. That's when things fall through the cracks. Everybody has to be accountable. Getting accountabilities clear throughout the organization is critical. Those things just need to be written down in the minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Communication is a rhythm. One of the Rockefeller habits is communicating moves the organization accurately and quickly. Oh man, why do you think so many trustees don't want to have a meeting? Because they do things slow. You got to have fast meetings. A daily meeting could be a 15-minute huddle. A weekly meeting could be 60 to 90 minutes. A monthly meeting could be half a day. That's 6 hours once a month. A quarterly meeting could be 1 or 2 to 3 off day off site. This is how you do it. This is how you keep yourself in track. You create a rhythm. Okay, honey and sweetheart, whoever, we're gonna create a plan over the next 3 months, next 6 months. So we're gonna have some meetings every quarter or annual, and we're gonna have some meetings that are daily to keep us on track and rhythm and communication. Okay, another one. Everyone's aligned with the number one thing that needs to be accomplished. Think about how many people say, "Oh, I have a trust Christian in the vault." Yeah, they didn't. They didn't understand that they're supposed to be able to make money no matter the market or not. Here we go. It's either your way or the highway. It's the trust way or the highway. You have to. Oh, trust Christian, did you come up with that right now? It's the trust way or the highway. That's how you know you're aligned with the number one thing. Period. The trust way is to do what? What are we doing? Stay private, grow assets, things like that. That's all. We're not out here focusing on negatives. We're not focused on what's not working. We're not focused on, all these other things. They say your health is your wealth. Well, you got to maintain your health as a trustee. That's got to be a part of the system. It's actually funny. It's so funny. The next habit that we have here, the executive team is healthy and aligned. You're healthy. You're coming with a sound mind to the meetings. You're coming with a focus to the meetings. You're not coming distracted. We were thinking about this the other day, how so many people think that they're present on Zoom calls, but they don't have their face shown in the meeting. We're just gonna go ahead and say it for the public because it seems like it's not a Rockefeller habit. A Rockefeller habit means you show your face on the Zoom meeting because you're present. But think about how many people don't show their face. They just have their name sit on the screen. And you sitting there talking to them and they don't show their face because they're not having an in-person meeting. An in-person meeting means you're sitting there looking at the person in their eyes. See how it's a healthy visual in-person meeting? It's not in person if you over the phone, right? Right. So why would you be on Zoom not showing your face? Because it's not a healthy way of communicating. It was a substitute that people don't understand that is to improve the health of the relationships. When you can have meetings and you can visually see something, you can see their expression. You could see how you care about this person. You could see that this person is a real person, not just a name on the screen. But this is a Rockefeller habit for you all. Healthy. We know one of our most successful mentors say your health is your wealth. So how's your health your wealth? But then you're not sitting here coming to the meeting and have 100% focus in a meeting. You got trustees texting in the middle of a meeting. How you texting other people in the middle of a business meeting for your family estate? That's how you know it's not important. That's how you know it's not the number one priority at that moment. Jeez. Can we stay focused on our family estate for 30 minutes? This is what people are saying to themselves. This is the reality. What? Trust Christian. I can't be on my cell phone for 30 minutes while I'm in a meeting with my family estate. I'm texting Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm scrolling. How can you be in a family estate business meeting and you have people scrolling on IG, but they don't have their face on the Zoom call? That's not a Rockefeller habit. We're going over the Rockefeller habits. We're going over the things that you enforce that you don't let into the structure and the organization. These habits that creep up and take away from the Rockefeller habit. Rockefeller habit says we leave all cell phones at the door. Huh. We have a non-disclosure event. We don't even let cell phones in the room. Y'all know that the cell phones are listening to your conversations. You say you're private. You're letting the cell phone listen to your conversation instead of actually doing what? Taking the cell phones out of the room and having a private conversation. This is how you know the mindset. We don't allow these devices that are listening to our conversations in the room so we can have a private conversation. As soon as you leave that room, everything y'all talked about with the cell phones, y'all seen it come up on the ads. Rockefeller habits. We don't allow cell phones in the room. We don't even allow smartphones in the room. We focus on dumb phones. We operate with dumb phones. We understand hard lines. Appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. Always appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. Christian at trustchristian.com for trustee training and consulting. Rockefeller Habits is one of our favorite books, probably top five. It gives you a lot of meat potatoes. It tells you how to operate from an elite level. You institute this type of thought process, you can become an elite. It's all about your habits at this point. Rockefeller is pretty much monopoly habits. You're pretty much looking to dominate the marketplace. Anytime you model someone is successful with these type of habits, traditionally you're going to fall in line. Some people say, "Oh, trust Christian Revolta. I'm not doing all the habits. I'm doing some of them." Exactly, and you'll see some success. But doing the closer you can get to the actual blueprint of the model, which it is a blueprint, then in turn you can see that there are habits. Now it's funny because the Rockefeller habits doesn't talk about trust, quote unquote, all the time, but it does talk about standard operating procedures, how to operate. So many families come to us and they say, "Oh, trust Christian involved. I need to make sure I'm operating properly." Let's repeat that. I need to make sure that I'm operating properly. They say that, "Oh, I don't want to make a mistake," but they didn't hold a meeting yet. They didn't open it, whatever they didn't do. That's why you read and you focus on your habits. What am I doing for the family and state every day? You probably won't make a mistake if you stay consistent. And then when you stay consistent, you'll know when you made the mistake, you'll go and you'll fix the mistake. Appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. Always appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, that is Christian at trustchristian.com. Look forward to hearing from you all for trustee training. Got a bunch of trustees in trustee training right now. Just really excited. Thank you for you all. Make it a point to keep grab the book Rockefeller Habits by Vern if you haven't, and you actually want to get the physical copy. So shout out to Vern for creating such an incredible, uh, uh, you know, uh, product. And we appreciate big time everything. You guys are listening, and we look forward to hearing from you all. Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, Christian at trustchristian.com. Peace and joy.